What's up everybody, welcome to a brand new series that I'm going to be doing every Saturday. So this new series is going to be called Stardew Valley Saturday. I love Stardew Valley, it's probably the game I know the most about, and so I thought every Saturday morning I'm going to post a video that goes over something that has to do with that wonderful game. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking, but what about Animal Crossing? Yeah, so I still want to get Animal Crossing. I don't actually own the game yet. If this series is successful and you guys want like videos like this for Animal Crossing, then I will certainly get the game and start uploading videos just like this for Animal Crossing. Let's make a goal of like 50 likes on this video. And if we can get to 50 likes even over a period of time, I will get Animal Crossing and I'll do like Animal Crossing Wednesdays. The goal of this is I'm going to be going over some tips and tricks that I've figured out over the years of playing this game, but I'm also accepting any kinds of questions or feedback. If there's a certain kind of thing that you want to see on Stardew Saturday, then let me know. I want this to be more of a community thing than a me thing. So, as always, I really appreciate you guys being here, and let's just jump right into the tips and tricks that I have for our first Stardew Saturday. So this first one is going to be about 10 basic first spring tips. So when you initially start the game, your first season is in spring. You're brand new, you're a new farmer, you've just gotten this place inherited from your grandfather, and it's time for you to make a living on your own. The first tip that I came up with is to stay organized. That is probably going to be the most important tip that I have on this list. This includes things like where you put your chests. Make sure you color code them so that you know what you're putting where. For example, for myself, I have like a mining chest, and I have a like food chest, and I have a planting chest, and etc, etc. So make sure that you're not cramming everything into one chest and everything's getting mixed up and you can't find anything, because ultimately that's going to waste some time. You also want to organize your farm. So like you want to make a space for planting. I always do mine if I'm using the traditional farm, the very first one. The area right out front, I just start planting right there. And you want to keep your plants organized too. You don't want to have like a cauliflower here, potato there, a beanstalk here, a potato there. You're going to want to section these off so that you know what to expect each day, what needs to be watered, what needs to be picked. And especially with beanstalks, you want to make sure that you put them so that you can walk around them, because you cannot walk over them. That's like a mistake I made early into the game, and then I got stuck with a really difficult time watering. So that's tip number one, you want to stay organized. Tip number two is to use all of your energy each day. You don't want to go so that you're at the very end of the exhaustion scale, because you won't get all of your energy back by the next day. But you do want to use almost all of your energy every day so that you can get the most done during your first season. You want to take care of your plants first, because if you get low on energy, that's not something you want to not have enough energy to do. Your plants have to get watered or you won't be successful. The next thing is you can go to the beach and go fishing, or you can cut down trees for resources. I would recommend going to the beach first, and we'll get into that a little bit later. It takes a little bit less energy. And then whatever energy you have left, you can use your pickaxe to hit stones, and you can cut down trees. And when you're cutting down trees, you're gonna get some seeds, like from breaking stones, cutting down trees, hoeing in the ground, you will get some seeds. Whatever seeds you get, just turn around and plant them. So you wanna make an extra section in your garden for the miscellaneous seeds that you get. My tip number two is take advantage of the beach. People often forget about the beach. It's really easy and doesn't require a lot of energy. You just walk down to the beach. As soon as you get there, you can start picking up shells. You can sell those shells that night. It's easy income. You don't have to put any money in or energy. You just walk down there, pick them up. It's that simple. There's an extra side of the beach that if you've cut down enough trees, you can pay wood to the beach and get the boardwalk that goes across the deck that goes across the extra little river thing, and you can go over to the other side and pick up more shells. Free money right there. And if you already have a fishing pole, which you should because you get that really early on, then you can do a little bit of fishing. I wouldn't waste too much time and energy, but again, free money, people. It's easy. My tip number 4 is use fertilizer. It takes a minute before you get the recipe for this, but it just requires 2 sap and will make your plants way more profitable. It makes them have a higher star rating, so if you didn't know it already, your plants are either just, like, let's take a potato. It's either just a normal potato, a silver potato, or a gold potato. They're worth more money as they go up. So what you want to do is use fertilizer. You get a higher chance of getting a gold potato, or they might produce more than 1 potato from 1 seed. So use fertilizer. Tip number 5, you want to sell almost everything. People vary about how they want to go about this. I found the most success when I just sell almost everything. That way I can turn the money back around and get more seeds and make the garden even bigger. That way it just in turn becomes more and more and more profitable. What you want to do though is save 1 gold plant of each thing that you harvest. The reason for this is because later there will be an event where you're going to want to showcase as many gold plants as you have possible. Tip number 6, another very important tip, don't waste energy. Misclicking is a big reason why people accidentally waste energy. For example, like watering your front door. Come on, I know you've done it. Or like taking out your fishing rod and casting it into a tree. Yeah, it wastes energy. It's okay though, it's just usually misclicking, especially when you're new to the game or new to the controls. For example, when I started playing on Switch, the controls were so wacky for me, I wasted so much energy. So just be careful, make sure when you're watering that you have the tile indicator selected so that it's in settings. You just go into settings and click show tile indicator. That way you know when you do an action that you're going to do it on the right tile because it'll be highlighted in red. And just take your time. No need to rush. That way you won't waste any energy or water, especially when you're planting. Donating to the museum will get you some really good rewards. So when you're out and about, if you see little worms in the ground, they're all over the place. They're on your farm, they're at the beach. Just look out for them. If you take your hoe and hit the ground at the worms, you'll pull out something. It'll either be a library book, and that's cool, or it'll be something that you can donate to the museum, and let me tell you, you get some really cool rewards from doing that. So just always make sure you have it with you. It only takes up 1 inventory space. Tip number 8 is save grass for hay later. You'll want as much grass to use your scythe with for hay later as possible, because you have to buy hay or wait for that grass to regrow or plant it. And you're going to need a lot of hay for your animals. Tip number 9, check the weather plan every day. Now the way you do this is go to your TV in your bedroom and click on it, and you can click weather report. It'll give you like a little intro, click again, and it'll tell you the weather for the next day. If you get a rainy day, you want to plan ahead for this. So it's going to tell you the weather for the next day, not the current day. So if you know the next day is going to be a rainy day, water all your plants, do what you need to do around your farm, and then plan for what you're going to do the next day. If you already have the mines open, rainy days are a great time to go to the mines. If you don't have the mines open yet, then you can go fishing, use all of your energy on fishing. Again, that's free money. So we want to use our energy to be profitable later. So get things that you don't have to put money into to get profit out of. So always plan ahead for those rainy days. And number 10, this is the most important tip. I said stay organized was close to the most important tip, but this is the most important tip. Number 10, enjoy your time so that you keep playing. A problem with these games, these simulation games, is sometimes people over-invest themselves in them. And so when that happens, you don't want to play the game anymore because it's starting to feel like a chore. Don't let Stardew Valley become a chore because it doesn't have to. This game, you can soak up every ounce of time and just love and craft. I mean, I'm biased because it is probably my favorite game of all time, but there's so much to do that doesn't revolve just around farming. You can go talk to the village people. You can go hang out in the saloon. There are games that you can play in there. or you can just work on getting resources. It doesn't have to be the same thing every day. The mines, there's so many levels in the mines. There are days that I would water my plants and quickly run off to the mines. So just enjoy the game, take it easy, and hang out. So that's going to conclude my first 10 tips for your first spring season. I have so many videos planned for this. I mean, just so many. So I'm hoping to upload them every Saturday. It's going to be called Stardew Valley Saturday. And I hope I see you guys here. If there are questions you want to submit, you can either DM me on Instagram, or you can comment below with your questions. Or if there's things like, hey, I want to see a video about this, or hey, could you add this? Certainly, yeah, I'm here for you guys. I want this to be more of a community thing. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. To be entered for my giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, comment, and make sure you're subscribed. I will see you guys next time.